Next up is going to be adding in a phone. So as of right now, there are no phones connected. In order to connect one, all you're going to do is hit Manage Phones. And then on your phone, you're going to open up Bluetooth, hitting Add Phone. And you're waiting for My Chevrolet to pull up. When it does, you're just going to hit My Chevrolet. Pins match up, so let's pair. Do you want to allow contacts and favorites to sync up? This is not my car, so I'm going to say no to that one. If it's yours, you'd obviously select yes there. And fully connected. You can look at some different options that are available, so you can disconnect or you can forget it. First to connect if there are multiple phones connected, which I'll show you in a minute. But you can also use wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with this thing. So do you want to use it? Yes, we're going to use CarPlay. And you just have to make sure that you enable there. And it's connecting through. Look at that. 3, 2, 1. We are fully connected, which is great. I love it. So it's not a full screen. Like you can't override the side buttons there, but that's stretched nicely across the screen there. It's great. Along the top, you can see your basic information along with there. So you can see the current time, current connection level with your battery, which map was open last, which audio application was last opened, which miscellaneous application was last opened. And then you can push this to get to a little icon view or a little home screen view instead. So you've got the map that was open last, a basic search bar. If you had music playing, that would show up, and then your miscellaneous app there as well. So, all sorts of things. Apple Maps, Google Maps, and Waze, all wirelessly. And they all work the same. So there's no pinch to zoom capabilities on the Apple CarPlay side of things, but let's see here. Yeah, it's the same. Google Maps, Apple Maps, and Waze, so no pinch to zoom capabilities at all. You'd have to zoom in and out this way. You can search for destinations, look at previous destinations. Searching for addresses, Google Maps is the same idea. You can push the little gear icon on Google Maps to adjust your route options. So if you wanted to avoid highways, toll roads, ferries, look at map colors, you could do north up, adjust volume. So there are so many, you've got your 3 primary map applications that are available through the screen. And as you can see there, as you flip between a different application, it's going to override that one instead. It's pretty useful. And then audio applications, you've got music, there are podcasts that are available. If you have other apps, like I've got a library app installed, that's Hoopla. Live One is another radio app, so you've got a ton of different options that are available. You can push the little voice command prompt on the steering wheel if you wanted to activate your Siri Assistant too, which is great. And then on the phone, there's a little bit of flexibility here as well. So if you go into General Settings, CarPlay, and then you're going to look for your vehicle. So My Chevrolet, you can customize the display, toggle CarPlay off while the phone's locked, or forget it. We want to customize, so as you can see there, we've got the flexibility to just do a drag and drop. So let's say if you love your audiobooks and you are a fan of using Google Maps, you can drag and drop to adjust it, but you can also remove them as well. So it fully removes them from the screen, but it does save them along the bottom. So if you wanted to add it back in, you just push the little plus button there, and you can see they're all showing up again. But if you've adjusted it too much and you're not a fan of the look, on your phone, there's a little reset button along the top right. So you're going to push that to reset the layout back to the factory default screen there instead. So it's very straightforward. If you're on the home icon or the home screen there, you could then push CarPlay there to get back into CarPlay, or through the screen there, you can also push there to get back to your CarPlay screen, back to the icon view, back to the main view, or swipe across as necessary. Pretty nice. It's good. And then settings, there are no additional settings for the phones, so we go to phones there. You've got the phone that's connected to CarPlay. Options, actually, I guess that would be a useful one. Turning CarPlay off. So if you don't want to have CarPlay running, it's literally just disconnected. So now you're strictly available for calling and for media. That's the basics of setting up Apple devices inside of the Chevy Trax. Setting up an Android is the exact same process. So if you weren't on the screen, you just hit the phone button there. And then same idea, same thing what we saw with the iPhone side. You're just going to hit the plus button there. And then you're looking for My Chevrolet and connecting through. Pin numbers match up, so let's pair and pair. And the phone is technically connected now for phone calls and for media. Do you want to allow access to contacts and messages? I'm going to say no there just because this isn't my vehicle, but you've now got wireless Android Auto. Same idea, you're going to connect enable, and then it's going to connect through. It'll take a second. Okay, Android Auto, select on your screen, and it should take a second to launch in. Boom. And you are fully connected there. Ah, love it. And one nice thing that I love about Android Auto is that maps are full pinch to zoom support, which is great. You can search for addresses, you can recenter yourself, you can push the little icon there in order to go between all of your different options. So things like route options, again, if you wanted to avoid highways, toll roads, motorways, and things like that. You can push this little icon to get a split view, or go into a little icon view there instead. And one thing, this phone does have Waze installed, but it's not showing up on the screen. I've put together a little walkthrough video explaining how to actually add Waze to Android Auto. You can find that down in the description of this video, but it's a very straightforward process. You can go back to your home screen there, and then if you wanted to get full screen maps, you just push Google Maps or Waze in that case, and it would stretch you across the full screen there. It's really nice. You know, very similar to the iPhone side of things, you can also push the voice command prompt on the steering wheel if you wanted to activate your assistant, which is great. So the assistant will activate when you're hooked up through Android or iPhone devices with that steering wheel press. And then very similar to the Apple side of things, on the Android, if you search for Android Auto, you're going to connect through. I'm going to go to the home screen. I want to show you something here, to the icon view. So icon view there, you can customize the launcher, a number of other things. You can turn off wireless Android Auto if you want to, but you can also, like I said, customize the launcher. So if you're not a fan of the layout there, all you're going to do is you can just do a drag and drop, very similar to what you saw on the iPhone side of things, but it's not dynamic the same way the iPhone side is. So you actually have to get out of Android Auto and disconnect and then reconnect in order for the changes to take into effect. So if you go into your, actually let's go home, settings, and then I'm just going to connect to the iPhone there. So let's just switch the phone out. If you didn't have multiple phones connected, you would just disconnect through options and then reconnect. So I'm just going to switch the phone back and should launch into Android Auto in a second. Perfect. And Android Auto launch through, and the changes that we've made are now in effect. So if you've made changes through Android Auto, they're not showing up. All you have to do is get out of Android Auto, reconnect, and you're set to go. And then hopping back home, you've got both phones. So you can connect to Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. You can't connect to both of them. And then through this, we're going to turn off Android Auto. And then you've got the option now of being the first to connect. So if you've got multiple phones connected to the vehicle, you can say first to connect. So it's who gets connection priority. So if you've got two phones connected, is it going to try to connect to one phone or the other first? But I mean, as you can see there, it's straightforward in order to be able to add these things in, and then deleting is equally as easy. You're just going to connect or click through and go forget phone, and it's forgotten the iPhone. And then can you swipe? Okay, let's just wait for that to go away. And options, let's completely forget the Galaxy there as well and forget. And there you go. So it's that simple setting up phones inside the vehicle.